Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Aurogiri. So today is Friday, June 2nd. Technically it's June 3rd for me, but it's Friday the 2nd. We just had an update, mini update maintenance. I actually forgot about it. I was logging in just to do my logins. I'm like, oh, right, the game updated today. So probably tell there's an update because like nobody, and I mean nobody, is in the Kusatsu event area. Oddly enough, probably because people are trying to get their runs in for what's his name, Abyss Purg. So Abyss Purg is actually it's a conundrum for those unfamiliar with Abyss Purgatory. Abyss Purgatory is both the most popular Purg and most sought after, but not because of the weapon, but more so because of the Ogi that it comes with it. So Abyss Purg has the Ogi Abyssal Embrace 7 or something like that. I think it's Abyssal Embrace, or it's not Abyssal Embrace, sorry. It's Everlasting Gale. And Everlasting Gale is probably top tier. It is probably one of the best Ogis in the entire game. And realistically speaking, it is obtainable free to play. It requires very low investment. All that it really and truly requires is people that are able to complete it 25 times on Hell. And you need to be part of those runs and have the energy restores for it. It's not that bad. So Everlasting Gale, as an Ogi, it goes on every weapon, so long as you have it. It goes on whatever weapon you put on. It's great. Let's see here. So it's 140 SP on Spear. I think it's like that for everything. On Spear and Bow, it is Pierce and Dark. But on like Sword, Odachi, Axe, Twin Swords, it is Slice. And for Wand and Staff, I believe it is Impact. But basically, it's a Dark Ogi that has your class's physical element just attached to it, whichever you put it onto. And it's very, very powerful. Mine is almost maxed out. It's currently level 68, should be 69. But it goes to 70. And it's currently sitting at just under 5,000 skill force. So Everlasting Gale is amazing. It is part of what I like to call the invincible combo of Everlasting Gale and Icicle Punishment. Everlasting Gale basically, you dash forward, fly up, and then lunge down with this big tornado. The skill is a 12-second cooldown without cooldown modifiers. So with like 80 cooldown or so, you can almost spam it. It's very good. So while you're doing this, you're generally invincible towards all attacks. It hits like 7 or 9 times multi-hit Dark. It doesn't have the durability, like super reduction that a lot of other skills have, like Collapsing Blade Sublime or Collapsing Blade in general. So it's very, very good. Nowadays, most people will pair this Ogi with Dullahan's Ogi, and that's super good. Dullahan's Scream Ogi with Everlasting Gale is one of the highest DPS combinations in the entire game for Darkness. A lot of the times you'll see me using like Collapsing Blade Sublime instead of one of these skills, and that's just because I like Collapsing Blade Sublime, and it's like, hey, it's my Sublime, I want to use it. But this skill is available for 1,000 treasures from Purg, 1,000 treasures from Purg Oni, Purg whatever, Abyss, and it's very, very good. And one of the reasons for that being is the invincibility given to you by Everlasting Gale. Its frames of invincibility are longer than the time in which you cannot and can act after using it. So basically, in a fighting game sense, it goes like negative on hit lag. Like it's just the invincibility frames from it carry on to like the next startup of like your next attack. So basically, on Spear, Ice Dragon Spiral is one of our strongest tools. However, unlike skills like Water Dragon or Ice Blossom or Lance of Flames or pretty much any other spear skill, it is one of the only skills where you can get interrupted out of it if before it goes off you get hit or staggered, you take enough of an impact to cancel it. So to counteract that on spear, if you have Everlasting Gale and you use it and you switch into Ice Dragon Spiral, the minute you're able to go from Gale to something else, that instant, because I'm mashing the button, you gain invincibility frames on it. So if you go Gale into Ice Dragon Spiral, or any skill, Collapsing Blade, whatever, you're going to get like this start, you're going to get enough frames of invincibility so that your next attack will not be interrupted and it will have a little bit of iframes added to it. And the beauty of that with so many different skills, because there's so many different ways to play, once Ice Dragon Spiral comes out, all those drills will continue to go. Like, as soon as I'm able to block, all those hits still go out. So realistically, you can go Everlasting Gale, Ice Dragon Spiral, block, and it works. It's a very, very good combination. And if you do that on a Darkfin, that's literally one of the... Like, that's all my weapon does. Like, Charge Spike 7, I'm never really using it. Ice Blossom, it's just there, like, for the sake of it. I skill change to get Ice Dragon 7. But realistically, on this weapon, all I really hit is Everlasting Gale and Icicle Punishment 7. Yeah? What's up, Haruka? Yeah, I see. I saw some of your messages there. You said hello, and that you got an Ogi of some kind. Okay. Hopefully I'm coming through, like I'm not muted or anything. But yeah, so this Purg right now, like I mentioned before, the weapon is not desirable. If you get the weapon recipe, it's going to tell you to go make 3 Infernal Purg weapons and 3 Sleet Purg weapons and 3 Levin Lance Purg weapons, all the same type, to make the Abyss weapon, and it's like objectively weaker than the Darkfin. So like no one really makes the weapon, but everybody gets the Ogi. So I really recommend getting Abyssal Embrace. You want to trade me a Spear Ogi for a Twin one? Let me see what I have to work with. That's another thing right now. So this update, alongside Purgatory, has a Sublime Neon Coropon. And sadly, Cyberstep hasn't gotten the memo yet, but they've just combined 2 Sublime units. So there's a 16 Sublime unit. Quote unquote, you know, all of the Abyssal Embrace Ogis are tradable. Like, if you put them on a weapon that is tradable, like a Tsukadachi sword or a Cedar Spear or whatever, something that is not locked, you can trade it to someone else with the Ogi on it. Like these Ogis, you put them on, you trade it to somebody, you use an extraction ticket, you take it off. This is true for the Abyssal Brace Ogis and the Havihar Wind Ogis. And a couple others. But they are tradable in that sense. So if you do roll this lineup and you get something you don't need, someone else might want it. However, it's also being shared with this other lineup, which is just asinine. Phoenix Slash Sublime is there, which is, I think, kind of good. Rockbreaker Sublime, I don't know how good... Oh, that's that! I don't really care for that one. It only hits like 3 times, doesn't it? Then, Rockbreaker is like this huge AoE, only hits 3 times. Lance of Flames Sublime is really good, probably Spear's best fire Sublime. Icicle Glimmer, I don't know what that is. Icicle Storm Sublime is really cool. God Sealing Circle Sublime, I think I like that one, but I can't remember. And then Call of the Lightning Sublime. I don't remember that one at all. I really don't. Sounds familiar, though. I think it's pretty good. So yeah, those Sublimes are there if you wanted to roll for them. Personally, I would rather take all of that. I wouldn't even touch it. Like, if you were planning to roll for Sublimes, I would just roll for Honda. If you don't have Honda. Like, the Sublimes are, like, whatever. Like, yeah, it'd be nice to have, but Honda's like fucking really good. That's just my take on it. Maybe do your discounts, but beyond that, what do you call it? I don't know what they're called, Haruka. I mean, I was just looking at them. Blizzard Breath. When did I get all these things? Gargoyle Lance. What? Capital Screen, Judgment Cross, Everlasting Gale, Physical Punishment. I don't know if I have any of those. Like, I should. Twin Abyssal Embrace. Decapitated Scream. What is that for? It must be for Spear. Yeah, it's for Spear. Okay. I feel like I'm gonna crash looking for this thing. Where are twins in the hierarchy? I said hierarchy, but like in the stack of like order of weapons, where are twin sword skills? Are they in the middle somewhere at the top? There we go. Crimson Crosscut, Sunlight Strike, Spear Dance, Abyssal Embrace, Dismissal. That's what you want, eh? Perhaps. I don't have many twin sublime. What? What's that? Is that for spear? That's for staff. Ugh. Man, look at all. What is that? Maelstrom? Oh, okay. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, so they are tradable. I'm surprised there's really nobody here at all in this area. Like, there's... Oh, there are bazaars here. Oh. Dancing Water Fuse Recipe? Wow, yeah, that is through 300, but god damn. So what else is happening in this update? There's no fever. I see that. Everyone's out of this? I imagine, yeah. I mean, they gotta get it over with, right? Shopping Plaza. So yeah, they added the Sublime Young Koropon. They added Abyss. Honda's still here. There's also a Magatama Young Koropon. And I will tell you 100% that it is not worth like 2 cents at all. Any of this shit is not worth it. Just farm like this stuff here. If you wanted to have one of these mod mags like Monsoon or Jadecrest or Heaven or whatever, like you're better off just farming Oni medals through whatever means that you can have. And just farm up, like, I think 9,000 of it, and then get it. And then you have to farm the balls from the pointer room. Like, and even then, most people don't really use those mags anymore. I mean, probably a dark mod would be good, but that's, you know, that's up to somebody. That's an executive decision that someone has to make. What's this? Yoshiruka. Oh, okay, that's what that is. Onsen, my room. Oh, wow, the succubus outfits are here? Wow. That's awesome. Okay. So it's a very, very mini update. They brought back Sublimes. Abyss is here. But Abyssal Embrace is really good. Like that is getting Abyssal Embrace is worth more than every Sublime in that entire exchange shop. And I don't say that lightly. Like Abyssal Embrace is the difference between being able to do things like Lucifer Purgatory Oni mode and not. Like the invincibility frames that bestows changes your life. Absolutely. Abyssal Embrace is absolutely worth every little bit of energy that it goes into. What's this? Oh, I heard a blip and didn't see anything. Oh. Oh. Let's see, what is in the item exchange shop? So we have... Man, these are weapon skins, right? Okay. Can you get an Abyss weapon skin? We'll have to talk about it later. Like if we get into like a chat or something. Shadow Arm. So you actually can get the Abyss skins, but you'd have to give it 3 Abysses. Man, I don't know. I don't know about that. A Staff Abyss skin would be really cool though. Like that's nice. Not that I don't think I would go for it, but that is really nice. Like, you know, if you just ran a bunch of Abyss and wanted something to do with the treasures, you know. Beyond getting your Ogi, there are weapon skins, but they require so many Abysses that I don't know. I don't think it's worth it. But the staff skin would be clutch. It would be very, very, very sexy. So basically, you'd want to grab the baby mag. Like even the mags. Like we looked at these trying to find something salvageable with Abyss, and with knowledges just being rerun. This is all a joke. Like even the Hell mag, the 47 chakra, 3 ornamentation slots. There's a lot of defense on that though. 150 skill force. If you're under half, get another 40 skill force. So another 40 skill force. So that puts you at like 190 skill force under half. If you're under half HP, you gain 1500 attack. If you're under 10%, so if you're about to die, you gain 10% skill force for whatever that's worth. Why isn't it 100% if you're that low? Then it gives you 20% HP, 70 dark. You do not heal while holding it or while equipped with it. Your SP reduction goes down 50%, or makes your skills cost more. You lose 20 critical and 90 holy. It's honestly not that bad of a mag, except the cut mags from Dullahan are just like so much better. Dullahan just like power creeps and shits on this so hard. Celestite mag is good for making what are those called? They're reduxes if you have the recipe. Always good to pick them up. But after you get like 10, you don't really need any more. Get grotto recipes, abyss recipes, void recipes. Nothingness. Polished brilliance is the buff Ogi on it. Void. That's weird that some of them are called nothingness and some of them are called a void. It's kind of funny actually. So the sword is the nothingness. Where's the spear? The guardian. So what an abyss weapon actually does is seal activation, you lose so much of your HP, and then you gain 20% attack. And then while the bonus is active, or no, that's you just gain 20% attack. A bonus of 1 damage is dealt depending on the value of dark element during a critical hit of a rate of 30%. Damage cap cannot be exceeded, and then there is another dark multiplier to 30%. Damage cap cannot be exceeded. So there's two 30% dark multipliers. Basic combo, so R1 attacks go up 150%. Whoop-de-doo. It gives you 40 skill force if under half. Gain another 20 skill force if under 30, gain another 20 skill force. If under 10, gain another 10 skill force. If under remaining 30% HP, your defense goes up? Who cares? You're at low HP. Whatever. Then you get 50 crit force, 50 pierce, 100 dark, 10 attack speed, 10 movement speed, negative 50 crit, and then impact element minus 50 and holy element minus 110. This is not appealing to anyone ever. Like, it's like a high crit force weapon, but it lowers your crit by half. And then it's just don't even try this thing. Like, it's just irredeemable. Like, even just like, it's the trophiest of trophy weapons, because like if it had like 100 backstrike or something, like if this had 150 backstrike, it would be good. But it's just, every time it comes around, I look at it and I'm just like, what the fuck is this? Like, really? Okay, so the mag, the 135 Magatama, 180 skill force. If under half, get another 50 skill force, so 230 skill force, under half. Then you gain 2500 attack. If remaining HP is under 30%, gain 10% skill force, then gain another 1500 attack. If you're under 10% HP, get 10 more skill force, then gain more attack. This mag does give you a lot of attack, but you have to be low health for it. You cannot heal while it is equipped unless you eat food. It's like negative 15 critical, gives you 25% HP, gives you 90 dark, SP reduction 50, and then negative holy. The mag's probably better than the weapon, because it just gives you a shit ton of attack, skill force, and dark. 90 dark. So that's not too bad. But then if we go compare it with, I want to say, I don't even have to go to the Kaguya to compare it with the Dullahan, because I have a Dullahan mag. But if we compare it to a Dullahan mag, what are those? Oh, I must have bought them or something. The Soul Mag. The Soul Mag is 15% backstrike, or 15 rear attack, 180 skill force. When you're when you're high health, so 60% or more, you get another 50 skill force. And then if you're over 80, you also get the extra attack. And then then it boosts your SP by 30%, increases your SP recovery plus 50, crit force goes up 20, critical goes up 15, dark goes up 100, lightning goes up 50, your HP goes down 15%, you can't heal naturally, your weapons take more durability, 40%, still negative 110 holy, and negative 90 mountain. Like, the Dullahan mag, like, if you had the choice between spending the exact same amount of resources on Dullahan or Abyss, the Dullahan mag wins out, because you're getting 2 elements and you're getting something high health, so it encourages you to, like, not be dead. So you pretty much just use the Soul mag with a Chiami and you're just living life good. The only thing about the Soul mag is that it doesn't have cooldown on it, so you pretty much have to ornament it Hero's Wander. And now that the ornamentations have been buffed so that you will always see cooldown when you do Hero's Wander, that is a huge bonus. So my mag, I ornamented it cooldown, or Hero's Wander, and then Avengers for crit. So the mag already gives you 15 crit, so this is the Dullahan mag. So I have 27 crit on the mag and an extra 17 cooldown, which is good. Like, a Redux has like 20 cooldown, so that's very, very, very respectable. But in the same token, like, Abyss has been power creeped. Apart from grabbing the Ogi, like, a Dullahan weapon is better any day of the week. A Dullahan 133, of course. But apart from that, it's pretty much all just the Ogi. Purified oil. Let's grab that. So, also for those who checked in yesterday, I did a video basically just talking about, I want to make more guides for you guys. And I wanted feedback because I wanted to know what kind of guides to make, like what is in demand. And I got a lot of feedback, to be honest. Like, I woke up this morning and I had like 34 likes on the poll. And the poll was like, you guys came out and you answered it. Like, thank you, YouTube algorithm, for putting it there. There was a lot of, from what I saw at the first bit, was basically a huge demand for build guides that do not focus on event or unobtainable gear. So guides that, respectfully so, don't say, oh, go get knowledge max, go get the fire knowledge, like any knowledge max. Don't use, it doesn't, like basically guides that incorporate things that are not event exclusive. I think the only thing that would be fair to mention would be like the importance of a lychee. Not that, because Valentine's tends to come around every other year, it's not that hard to obtain. But it would be like an option. It'd be something to keep in mind, but I wouldn't focus on it. Because myself don't use a lychee mag 90% of the time. But out of everything, it's like the most accessible thing. And you can like farm it on alts and stuff when the time comes. But I wouldn't really focus on it. So that's like on the forefront of the poll. Was like more than half of everyone wants to have guides for like how to do things, not quote unquote free to play, but using the standard basic amount of tools available to everyone. So that's going to be percolating in my mind over the next couple weeks to try and push out some of those guides. So. And it's pretty much going to focus on like everything, the things that we don't forget about, like the things that we overlook. I guess that's how we'd say it. Like I overlook to tell people, oh yeah, get multiple characters to level 100 so that you can unlock resonance, which boosts your defense, money gain. You have access to Shenlong Nagiri, revival potions, et cetera, et cetera. Like that's something that is so far gone for a lot of us that we don't even think about. What alcohols should you be using? I walk around with Feast of the Damned and Moon King just because I want to go faster. But realistically, like the best alcohols, like we need to revisit what are the best alcohols. Like we need to revisit so much stuff. Yeah, your comment got a lot of thumbs. Like, and there's a lot of little things that will add up and accumulate. Like like I said, what alcohols to use, like what ornaments to use, like why are they used, and so on and so forth. All right, so we did also get there's something in my account thing. I haven't looked at it yet. Okay, wow. I looked at the scroll bar. Okay, so this is the compensate. I did a video about 2-3 weeks ago, or a stream, where we talked about. Yes, this was the May 19th update, where they fixed the update. They updated the ornamentations that are paid ornamentations that did not have, X out of X, 5 out of 5, 3 out of 3, 2 out of 2 ornamentation options. So everything that was like Heroes Wander, Trap Military Tactics, Surrounding Water, and Blacksmith Ornamentation, Heavenly Blacksmith, I think. All of those, like the 2 attack percent ornamentations and the cooldown ornamentation, basically they had a chance to not give you all obtainable options, and that is a mistake that the developers made. So in order to rectify that, they've rebursed everyone who's ever done that ornamentation, any of them, for any time you've done the ornamentation, they will give us back the balls used to do that. So this will also be a nice little count to tell you how many times you have done said ornamentation. So Mysterious Felt is Heroes Wander. That's what I did in my Soul Mag I just talked about. This is the cooldown ornamentation. I've done it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. I've done it 10 times. Then we have elegant satin and refined borneal. And this is, I believe, blacksmith. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. And then we have untarnished or an unblemished feather. The fuck's that? I've only ever done it once. I've only ever done one surrounding water, I guess. So this must be like, oh, we're sorry that this happened and everybody gets this. I'm going to assume everybody gets this this one here, the godly fortunes and the defects. Because they'll be like, oh, well, people need to remove their ornamentations. They gave this back to you so that you can try to fix some mags or whatever. So that's nice. So let's just select all. Please do not hit delete. The fuck's that? Exactly. I was like, what is that? And we'll receive those. So there's all the felts. There's all the... Man, look at all that stuff. I'm going to take some pictures of that. Satin, untarnished. Yeah. Fuck's that? That's pretty good. It's too good. So that's really nice. Yeah. Like, a similar thing happened when Lion Skull came out because it was printed wrong. It didn't have flight and poison in the listed possible elements you could get. So because of that, they did the exact same thing, which drove people just to spend more. Spend. And people got like 50, hundreds of these balls, man. It's crazy. So let's go to our inventory and check out how many of those we have. Because, you know, you see it in the list, you don't really think about it. Like, I should have 20 Heroes Wander things. 10 felt and 10 frankincense. Right, so 10 of each. So 20. Cool. An elegant satin and borneal, 7. So I can do 7 more, and I can do 1 more attack percent ornamentation. Nice. So that's really good. That's 10 Heroes Wanders attempts. That's really, really good. Like, money-wise, like if you were just to get this from the Point Room, you can only buy 4 or 2 of each ball from the Point Room a month. So, and that would cost you about 10... I think it's like $20 per ornamentation a month, something like that. So this is like $200 worth of Heroes Wander. And then another, like, I think, right? Because it's like $20 an ornamentation, something like that. Something ridiculous. But realistically, this is like probably around $300-400 worth of ornamentations. Not to mention it being time gated by the points room. So that's really nice and helpful. Probably should drink Moon King for that monthly achievement. What was that? Oh. So I know for a fact I have not given this